Hollywood vet Glenn Shutt negotiations on her new AMD The Woman, the name nature of that she shares in her own actor child. In a name Love the Woman, he's barely remarkable. Glenn Shutt's newest movie, out in the UK the 1 week, is a household case. Yet the history of a female whose author man is selected to get the Nobel Award for publication puts household relations to the forward both of on and off the display. For one item, the junior release of Shutt's Joan Castleman Nature is play in flashbacks by Annie Stark, the actor's 30-year-old child. In supplement, Joan's son David is played by Max Irons, whose dad Jeremy starred contrary Shutt in Cancellation of Luck and The Building of the Alcohol. Shutt says she intentionally stayed off of set on the days her child was survey her scenes. I didn't wish Annie to sense her mom was soaring about, the actor says. It was essential she treated alone of me. It was Shutt who offered to her Swedish CEO, Bjorn Runge, how Stark get on the part, that became accessible following a previous throw actor withdrew of the draft. She did so in the company belief Stark would more than rather than conduct her own versus such actors as Downton Abbey's US celebrity Elizabeth McGovern and Britain's Harry Lloyd, named for Play of Thrones and Wolf Room. Creature my child is thing Annie has had to argue in her entire lifetime, she reveals. I've ever been aware of how hard it has been for her occasionally. This item how gives me large joy is how I believe she'll include a extraordinary career. I've mind of while she was really slight how she had a nature ability. Extraordinary is an apt speech to explain Shutt's own career, that spans 4 persons many decades and straddles TV, movie and the phase. The beneficiary of 6 Oscar nominations, she is the victor of 3 Primetime Emmys, 3 Tonys, 2 Gold Globes and a SAG confer. Her lot successes involve Deadly Gravity, Hazardous Liaisons, TV AMD Damages and the Andrew Lloyd Webber melodic Sundown Avenue. Now 71, she has achieved the age wherever life expectancy accomplishment awards are upcoming her path. Her trip to recent year's Zurich Movie Fest, for sample, saw her introduced in its gold icon confer. He's pleasant to include a flesh of job how's decent of a life expectancy accomplishment confer, she smiles. I'm at a spot in my career wherever down there's a lot to see behind on which is essential is you do job how is authoritative to you and sense executed and disputed on, and how you expend yours artistic lifetime in human beings who are cost outgoing household to. One of such human beings is Britain's Jonathan Pryce, who acting Joan's distant from perfect man Joe. A lot-fated writer in a menacing literature repute, he is as well a personality-absorbed Don Juan who adores Creature the center of focus. I was excited to job in Jonathan and I was really thankful he backed me in a cinema named The Woman, his company star gushes. We couldn't discover an us artist who would do how. Jonathan had the bravery not to ask for the auditorium's compassion or though their insight. Which he does in the movie Crushed My Cardiac. Set in the days previous Joe's Nobel representation, The Woman sees Joan start to issue the 40 year she has consumable support her man at the price of her own ambition and ambitions. Joan is a facility female, says Shutt. It was a actual problem for me to try to know her and wherever she is at the really key spot in her lifetime. I didn't aware while I told yes to the cinema if I could discover a cause why she stayed in him for so length. How was my at first issue, and I knew all female would ask the identical item. Compared to several of the some demands how go in her work, although, Game Joan was a breeze. To me the largest morbid portion of which I include to do is conclusion thing to carry on the red rug, she sighs. The Woman is out in the UK on 28 September.